Alright, so for those of you just tuning in, I'm about to play some more Hearthstone, this time against my viewers. So for those of you who are new to my Hearthstone content, generally I like to play some tier 3 to 5 decks and showcase some really interesting strategies and synergies that you don't often encounter on the ladder, just try and keep things fresh. And I also try and keep things really approachable by answering people's questions and explaining strategic decisions, but ultimately, the purpose of my Hearthstone videos is to not only educate you, but to also show you the more fun side of Hearthstone. I'm a firm believer that the people that don't really enjoy Hearthstone are probably taking it too seriously. But I do heavily encourage you to get into it, as it's actually the only game that I play consistently every single day. And if you want to get into it, then please check out my Hearthstone tutorial video, link in the video description below, and maybe one of my mods in the Twitch chat can link it as well. That would really help out quite a bit. Thank you so much, Scarface Frostborn, for the $100 donation. Today, I'll be playing a match against one of my longtime viewers, Kigo. I like this deck a lot. It's a Wild Beast Recruit Druid. This is an interesting one. I think this deck is okay. We're gonna clean him up. He's not gonna see this coming. He's gonna drop some Eye of Blackpaw or some bullshit, or like Tyrion Ford Ring or something like that. Put the Blessing of Kings on that. I don't know. I have had a lot of fun with this guy. All right, he beats the cubes. Kinda. The cube is 6 health. Damn you, Blizzard. This deck is one of my favorite decks, and I have like 18 variations of it. I've been doing so much science with it. I will go into a greater explanation at the end of the video, and for now I'm just going to explain the main theme of it so you understand it. Then we're going to jump straight to the game, and then I'll go back at the end and go over the deck in great detail. The idea here is that the deck is built around cards like Oaken Summons, which summon a minion from your deck that costs 4 or less, and then you gain 6 armor, so it allows you to like stay alive. And then we get infinite Astral Tigers, so we never fatigue. And with N'Zoth, I get even more Astral Tigers. And I run a shitload of card draw, so I never have to worry about running out of cards. This is not the best version of this deck, I know it's not, but this is a different version of it. And you know what's really funny? Savage Combatant plus Malfurion the Pestilence. And this guy, well, he's pretty great. So, I have a wide variety of Hearthstone content on my channel, and, you know, if this isn't your type of game, there are 2 things I encourage you to do. One is try to not take it too seriously, you know, watch my tutorials. If you're a Patreon pledger of any value whatsoever, then you can simply just, you know, read my new player guide. Ooh, we got a new quest. So exciting. Play Priest later. And yeah, I encourage you to take it less seriously. But most importantly, like, when you watch this video, just remember that supporting the content that I do for games beyond just Age of Empires 2 grows the Age of Empires 2 community. It's really important that more people do that, and it also helps keep me happy and motivated to produce AoE content. Like, I'd be happy to do bonus AoE 2 content if, you know, this video is absurdly well received, for example. So, you know, just keep that in mind. It brings new players to the AoE community from outside the game. I get people who find me through Hearthstone, and they're like, whoa, people play Age of Empires 2, and then they start playing the game. That's what we want as a community to keep the game thriving. And it keeps me happy. So, yeah. Let's do this. Taking on Kigo. Oh, god damn it, he's playing Druid, too. He better not be playing the same deck. I played Mage last time, so I didn't want to play Mage again. But if he's playing the same deck, I'm gonna be... Jeez. Do I win this mirror match? I don't know. Do I keep Savage Combatant? This deck is sick, by the way, but it is not the best version, I don't think. I think the best version is actually one that runs more of a Jade-oriented package, but the Beast one works pretty well. I will keep Savage Combatant only because I have Greedy Sprite, and I don't like pulling Savage Combatant off of the Recruit spell. I'm forgetting what that's called. Oh my. Well played. I was playing a Cataclysm Quest Warlock yesterday with my friend. And of course on turn 4 I discarded my entire hand, completed the quest. On turn 5 I played the portal. Unfortunately though, like, I had Prince Malchezaar in the deck and Elise because I'm trying to not fatigue myself, and that meme deck actually works okay. It qualifies. It gets the res seal of approval. And he was like absolutely horrified playing against it. That was a fantastic game of Hearthstone. Imagine another portal out in turn 5, and you know I've got life tap, so I'm dropping 2 cards every turn. It was, and I wiped his whole board too because he built a big board because he's playing an aggressive deck. So it was super satisfying. The only problem was that since I ran Prince Malchezaar, because who doesn't want all of his legions under my command? I knew better Malchezaar impression. That I discarded like all the best legendaries. I discarded Ysera, and that feels bad, man. So welcome to the stream, everybody. If you want me to say hello back to you, you gotta tag at Resonance22, or if you want to ask me a question, tag at Resonance22. Well, on the stream, Nadas, good to see you. Friends list is for Patreon supporters and Twitch subscribers low. I really need the support, so hopefully you understand. So we're gonna drop this bad away. For the wild. Mine! God, I love this game. Seriously, the moment that you... I sound like Prosecutor Sadmati, but the moment that you just let go and you stop giving a shit in Hearthstone... Alright. That deserves a spectacular. It works. It works. Honestly, I think there's a quest druid out there that is, you know, maybe a tier 3 to 5 deck out there that I would play, that involves the Death Revenant card or whatever. I don't want to draw these ever. Like, these are things that should be popping out of my summon. I want to hero power that, but I don't want to take 5, so I'm just not going to. It kind of sucks. He actually has an empty board, so this is like one of the few times I can drop Savage Combatant safely, because next turn I can Astral Tiger and then hero power. Sounds pretty good. Hey man, Magma Rager fits the theme of the deck. Now, when I ask for tier 3 to 5 decks, that means that I play decks that are actually kind of viable on the ladder, but will not get you to Legend. Because it's not a good meme if it never works. It's a good meme if it works 40% of the time. So, most of my decks have like, you know, the worst of them have like a 40%-ish win rate, and the best of them have like a 45 to maybe like 52. I'm not swiping his face. I'm not doing that. I run a lot of armor gain. I can afford to do this. Nature strikes. But seriously, like, if you want to support the channel, please do leave a thumbs up and a comment. And I think you would like Hearthstone a lot. Like, for the subscribers and patrons, since I can't do it with everyone, obviously. Oh, Jesus, Shifter Zeradus and Karen's actually pretty good. I help with coaching in Hearthstone, for example. Like, my goal is to make sure you have the best experience possible, and I always try to provide that for people. And I think if you give Hearthstone a chance, it's a really entertaining game. Just the secret is not to take it too seriously. Why he's not playing Ice Rager, though? We are playing Wild. I think he forgot about that, so... it's his loss. Alright, so... we can hero power. Bot this guy. I don't want to trade into Karen Bloodif, really. I don't know if I should, like, beat him down or not. Like, what really happens to me? Should I just be going face and let him do the dirty work? Yeah, I should, because his minions are too annoying. Nature strikes. Okay, good, he does pull that card. That card is sick in Quest Druid. May Dude asks, is there a game you love but never mentioned? Millions. Like, millions. Honestly, Age of Empires 2, like, very few, I would say, like, outside of maybe the people on Discord, or even then, like, a lot of people don't know the real Resonance very well, and the types of games I really enjoy. AV2 is just, it's more of an exception than the rule. Like, people assume, you know, I would like X RTS game. No, I like Age of Empires too. I don't like most of those other ones. There we go. Oaken Summons. That's what the deck is kind of built around. So we can hero power this. I don't want to take 5 again. I mean, I got Ultimate Infestation. There's like, what, like 23 mana worth of stuff. It's pretty good. If you can swipe. Swipe is very good. I just like to play this on curve. And just beat the shit out of them. But that's boring, right? If I do that. If I do this. I mean, this is the correct play. I'll play him again. I'll play him again. We'll do a rematch with Kigo if I win this one. And, you know, he should play Ice Rager. That's the thing. I know I'm losing the meme battle here. My deck is a meme deck. Like, this is not... Oh, there we go. Here comes this. Dude, okay. When I get 2 Savage Combatants down, and I get my Malfurion the Pestilence... Oh, yeah. The circle of life is over. He says circle, right? Or is it cycle? So let's see. Mate, yes, is there a game you love but never mentioned? Jeez. It's just too many, man. Too many. I want to really just start streaming on a regular basis and stream what I like and hope that people like me for my personality. You know, I'll still keep streaming AoE too. Like, the only reason I'd ever, like, cut back on the AoE 2 content is if people are, like, not giving my other content a chance. Because I understand that not every, you know, like, you can like me, but not like Hearthstone. That's fine. But that's why I'm going to be playing a wide variety of games. So, you can't possibly dislike all of those games. Well, I have Lethal, so... Alright, well played.
Well played.
I will rematch you. I just won't let me chat with them. You want to turn on sticky keys? No, I don't. One more game. One more game. You get a rematch. Also, play Ice Rager. I think he slightly misses... Okay, so Jungle Giants Druid is... I swear to God, when I build you a Jungle Giants Druid, I'm going to give you, like, the 48% win rate that you're looking for, alright? That's what I strive for. And there is a Jungle Giants Druid that's pretty good. I'll play this deck, because I think that this deck will... it got a lot of votes in Twitch chat. So, yeah. The Druid deck didn't really quite work out, like, exactly as planned. I have, like, another one. So this is my EU account, and I don't have much money. So thank you again so much, Scarface Frostborn, for keeping my channels alive. Like, all of your support, each and every single one of you. Thank you. I don't have a full collection on EU, obviously. This is, like, mostly free-to-play. I did pre-order some expansions, but this is a mostly free-to-play... I can't say free-to-play if I pre-ordered a couple expansions, right? Because that means I spent, like... This has been a lot of expansions, Jesus. Hearthstone's an expensive game, but if you follow my advice and coaching, it's not so expensive. This game's actually not really pay to win, to be perfectly honest, and I explained this in the tutorial, but is absolutely pay to have fun. Which is an unfortunate business model. God damn it, if he's playing like Call to Arms Aggro Paladin, I hate the deck so much. It's like, it's in every single, like, top rank wild game, and it is not a tier 3 to 5 deck, so hopefully there's some kind of... Do I ping this, or do I Pyros? I'm actually gonna Pyros and then ping next turn. Pyros is one of my favorite legendaries of all time, actually. I immediately crafted with no hesitation. What I like about Hearthstone compared to AoE is a lot of things. Like, one, there's room for so much interaction. So much interaction. Good to see Assist Spawn, man. Thank you so much for supporting the stream. He might not be playing Call to Arms. His turn 2 is a little weak. We're gonna ping that. We're gonna go face? No, we can't go face because I need a Tar Creeper. Yeah, we can't go face. What buffs does he have that prevents you from going face? No, I'm going face. I don't think he. It's on 3 mana. No, he's a coin. He could coin Blessing of Kings, but I just felt like he would trade. I don't know what he's playing. It actually could be hand buff. That would be really cool. I would love to see some hand buff Paladin. I may play some today on stream for you guys. So I need to Tar Creeper this turn because next turn I'm playing. This is actually very good because the next turn I get to play Servant of Kalamos.
I hope you like my invention.
Logan Lenart asks, you mentioned some months ago that you were playing more Advanced Wars. Will that happen? Please let me know in the video comments and Twitch chat, like, how many of you would like to see more Advanced Wars? I'd love to. I think it's possible that I play that, yeah. Brothers, heed my call. That's incest. But, I watched a video by Vsauce. He explained that, incest used to be very common, so I guess that makes it okay. But, man, do I love Tar Creeper walling him here. Ooh, it's an interesting deck. So, the idea with my Elemental deck is that it's built around Leyline Manipulator and a bunch of things that generate me cards. This is again, a fairly decent deck. Like, you know, we're talking 48% win rate. Like, I'm winning some games. You know, we got the Ethereal Conjurer. You want it? He's got it. Do I want something else? Because I can discount the guy. How many things have I discounted yet? I must play this thing, right? Because I want more spells to discount. Because this guy will get discounted. This guy will get discounted by Leyline Manipulator. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you're watching the stream anyway, I love you. But please watch my Hearthstone tutorial. Maybe one of my mods will link it to you. Oh, this is a good one to discount me. Discount me, please. To battle. I'm a little weak to Consecration here. That is okay. Silent City asks, wasn't there a game called Feudal Wars or something that was canceled? Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, my quickest response is we were really just not ready to go to Kickstarter, and yeah, we were just not ready to Kickstarter. It was canceled. It's kind of back, but it's not at all like it used to be. So yeah, I don't know. It's not the game that I was advertising. It was not the game that I was involved in. It's a very different game. So I'm not currently involved with it. You know, maybe I'll help him, you know, with like balance or something like that, but it's not the Age of Empires spiritual successor game that I was, you know, talking about a long time ago. This card's actually pretty good. Oh yeah, and I run Duplicate in this deck because I'm a fucking monster. Because again, Duplicate works with Leyline Manipulator, and I love this deck. Am I gonna run into card issues? Oh Jesus. What am I doing?
I'll get him.
Guys. Oh no. I'm letting the greed flow through me. Man, I love this game. Nada says, it's not like I don't like Hearthstone, it's just I have no idea what's going on. Hearthstone tutorial on YouTube. And, yeah. I might make my Patreon Hearthstone guide, like, a public thing, and do something other special for my patrons. I'm just really happy that all my patrons have been... Because I've been getting, like... Oh, that is good. I've just been getting destroyed by life recently. Like, since November, you know, when I was laid off for, you know, strange reasons, it's been just a non-stop spaghetti fest. Check out this value. This power is ecstasy. Frostbolt hero power? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Mem, dude, welcome to the stream. I know you love Hearthstone too. I'd actually like to do some like joint Hearthstone with Mem or something. That'd be fun. I don't know. For those of you who are not aware, I don't know how you wouldn't be, but Mem is another Hearthstone, sorry, not a Hearthstone streamer. He's another Age of Empires streamer, and he's like the most dedicated Age of Empires streamer there is. Works super duper hard. He likes Hearthstone, which is really, really cool, and I consider him a great friend. I love talking to Mem. Like, he's a great guy. And, please let me know in the comments, like, what do you love my I love the way I build my decks, and like, I just had so much, one of the best memories of my life was playing against the, yeah, I probably have to do these now, don't I? Well, no, I don't. Oh, jeez. Oh no, that's a tough one. But we're going with Pyros, actually, and what we're going to do here is we are going to play a duplicate, and we are going to...
Excuse me, you are
oh,
on fire.
I don't know. That is fine. It's actually probably better this way, now I think about it, so it works out. Had to think about that one for a minute. Stop to play this game and read the chat. Mem says you're okay, too. Appreciate my man. No, Mem's great. He's great. No, Hearthstone's a lot of fun. You just gotta not take it seriously. Like, people take it... Like, the people who hear Hearthstone want it to be something else. Okay, good, I can do it. Do you guys see how sick... Do you... Okay, alright. This deck is tight, tight, tight. I don't know. I woke up one morning and I was just like, I play this game literally every day. It's the only game I play literally every day. So why am I not streaming it all the time? This is gonna be so good. I gotta be greedy. I have to be greedy, right? Right? I have to be. I have to be. It's for the best. Was this Blaze Caller duplicated? I don't think it was. I wish they would label them for me, but no. I must be greedy. I must be greedy. You do not understand, guys. I need my discounted Phoenix. Oh, this deck is so cool. I love all my decks. I don't play Hearthstone like normal people do, and I hope that that gets me some attention. And with you guys' help and support, like, not only can we grow the channel, but we can also grow the AoE community, and that'd be fantastic. Oh, stop! I can only get so wrecked. Are you kidding me? That's like the best top deck. Oh, this power is ecstasy. Jesus. If anyone in the chat needs a little moment to just sit back and let all that in. Oh yes. Holy shit, this deck is stupid. Now, I probably didn't need to go that deep, to be honest. That was objectively a misplay, for the record, because I should have played the Ethereal Conjurers, I think, and got some spells off them. So that was, like, objectively a misplay. But I had to... I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. You know what? See, this is why Hearthstone's a fun game, because what I did there was a misplay. I should have generated more spells with my Conjurers. So I got even more discounts, and you guys would have been like, what is this, Walmart mage? Like, whoa, like... But instead I opted for the most fun play, which was just 0 mana giant elementals. You know, GG, well played. I just lost to an OTK, what is that tiger called? That was fucking awesome. You guys saw that? And I love that, dude. What is that thing? What did I die to? Because I love that deck and I've seen it before, because I'll have you know I am a master of all things. Sabertooth Stalker OTK Paladin with, oh my god, guys, this is Hearthstone. And again, if you've been enjoying this, thank you, Mem, so much for hosting me. I appreciate it. If you've been enjoying the stream and enjoying this video, my games versus Kigo, now that is the way I like to be beat, dude. Alright, in the first game, I beat you down a little too hard. I'm sorry about that. I don't like that. I didn't really get to showcase, like, what this deck's all about, because this deck has, like, some hilarious... So, now I'm going to do the retrospective part of every series, but before I do that, again, I just want to emphasize, if you enjoy my style of content, please share it around on social media, leave a like, leave a comment. The support makes such a huge difference. And right now, I really want to make YouTube and Twitch work, and you guys can do that. You guys can help me do that. So if you all remember to leave a like and a comment, and we just keep the support train rolling, and I improve the quality of my videos, I start streaming more often, we can make the dream happen. So please, when this comes to YouTube, thank you. Thank you in advance. Also, Kigo, that's going in the dubstep montage. That was pretty sick. All right, so I'm gonna explain these decks a little bit more detail, as I do in the outro of most of my Hearthstone videos. And again, if you, for some reason, still haven't watched my tutorial yet and you want to get into this, what are you doing? Watch the tutorial. What are you doing? You should be doing that. I'm in such a good mood today, hopefully you can tell, because I'm playing a game I really want to play and I really like. So, here's how this deck works. The reason you run the Beast package, bear with me, I'm thinking Blizzard logic. I've met the Blizzard employees, and like when I play, I didn't finish this thought earlier, so I will finish this brief anecdote. I got to play, one of my most fond memories ever was when I went to BlizzCon, and I got to play against the actual Blizzard devs, and see what kind of decks they play, and compare them to, you know, kind of decks I play, right? Like, that was super duper fun. And what happened was that I realized that they play basically on a similar meta to me, where they play all sorts of strange, like, good enough decks that you could honestly get to rank 5 with basically every deck that I play, but you're not going to be able to get to Legend, unfortunately. But the decks themselves are decent, but they're also silly. You know, it's a lot like Chump's Hearthstone channel, for example. Here's the idea with this one. This is a Recruit Druid with a twist. So we run Enchanted Raven and Mark of Yasharj, because apparently, or Yasharaj, because apparently that's the official pronunciation, even though that should not. I'm not an English teacher. It's okay. So, also lore reasons, whatever. It's old gods. So, this gives me a really powerful opening. I really don't like getting this off Oaken Summons, so I don't think that this is the best version of the deck, okay? I just don't. But the idea is I'm hard mulliganing for this guy, and this guy, and yeah. The idea is that Oaken Summons pulls Ironwood Golem, Astral Tiger, Greedy Sprite. I really like to play Greedy Sprite early if I can. It also can pull Savage Combatant, which I mentioned earlier with Malfurion the Pestilent, who gives me this new hero power, +3 attack this turn. Well, it's actually hilariously easy with this list. Assuming you don't die, you're gonna die sometimes. That will happen. I have about, like a 47% win rate with this deck, so you're gonna die. You're gonna die. It's okay. It's okay. And that's when I was higher ranked, because like right now, obviously, I'm at a lower rank because I don't really care about my ranking, and that's the secret to enjoying Hearthstone. It's actually not that hard to get out both these guys, so, you know, I like 7 attack Malfurion. I think that's pretty good. And even 5 attack Malfurion is pretty good. This is a must remove card. Snowball's out of control. The problem is it's not defensive enough. I feel like this deck lacks the defensive tools that I wish it had. Like, I don't have Tar Creepers in here, which I think are good. But, you know, I didn't get to Defias Cleaner, Kigo, but at some point I will do that for you guys, don't worry. You'd be surprised how often this actually just destroys people and they rage quit. If I, you know, Defias Cleaner to Carnivorous Cube or some, like, hilariously buffed, like, Death Rattle minion, this ruins games for people. It does. It's super funny. Grizzled Guardian, you know, recruits minions that cost 4 less, so... And the idea is that I've got Infinite Astral Tigers, I've got Mulch for a little bit of removal action, this for some ramping. This, keep in mind that I believe, in my experience, that all Recruit Druids don't work without, like, 2 different ramp cards of some kind. It's either Wild Growth and Greedy Sprite, or Wild Growth and Jade Blossom, in my opinion. And then I have N'Zoth to, you know, have more Astral Tigers. Ultimate Infestation, I don't care because I've got so many Tigers in my deck. It's hilarious. And, you know, Sludge Belcher for the defensive. This deck's great. Let's talk a little bit about the... Sorry, I'm going to use the crypt phrase. This deck's pretty good. All my decks are pretty good. They're not necessarily great. I do sometimes play seriously. I used to take the game more seriously, but now I find it more fun to play it this way. Welcome to Spellstone Elemental Mage. Another one of the... I think I cooked up this deck this morning. It's built around this new card, Lesser Ruby Spellstone. Very good value. So it's comparable to Kabbalah's Tome, which is 5 mana that adds 3 random mage spells to your hand. So this card becomes efficient-ish after you upgrade it once. And if you upgrade it a 3rd time, it's 2 mana to add... It's a 2 mana Kabbalah's Tome. You know, to add 3 random mage spells. That's insane. This deck, as we saw... It worked very well versus Kigo until he instantly one-shot us. So, we need the Flame Strike a little bit. That's okay, because I got to leyline manipulate some stuff. With the duplicates, Medivh's Valet, oh my god. Like, duplicate gives me... I have so many ways to generate cards, Ethereal Conjurer. I actually, oddly enough, don't run, what's that, Steam Surger? Because Steam Surger does give you the Firefly that does the, what is that card? I don't run... Oh, is it from a different set? Jesus. From Agoro? It is. I don't run this guy. I know it's interesting because the Flame Geyser does get discounted, but I just found that it was weaker than the package I was currently playing. And that I didn't need that many elementals to proc the Spellstone. And Spellstone doesn't always need to proc 3. Really, this deck is all about abusing Leyline Manipulator to a hilarious level, but if that's not good enough, Frostlich Jaina is an excellent win condition. It's just fantastic, and yeah, there's so many cards that just get discounted. I love this deck. It's pretty good. So, thank you so much for watching today's Hearthstone video. I'm going to be doing more Hearthstone matches after this. Next up, I think on the list is either Flatch or Silent City. And yeah, we're just going to keep playing more Hearthstone. I really appreciate the support. You know, especially for those of you who check out my Patreon, like you pledge a couple dollars, it means a lot to me. You know, right now, it all goes to paying the rent and keeping myself able to run my channels. You know, big donations like Scarface, Frostborn, you know, Silent City subscribed today too. That was really cool of them. That's what helps me keep the channels alive instead of resigning myself to another one of those office cubicles. And then, yeah, I love what I do. I like to continue doing it. Even as simple as not using ad block, leaving a like, a comment, etc., sharing it around helps a ton. And you know, you can give me feedback too. Like, what do you think of my Hearthstone style? I want to try and differentiate myself, you know? I borrow elements from all of my favorite Hearthstone streamers and just entertainers in general. I try to be really interactive, play creative decks, etc. But these are decks, though, that will win you enough games. Because a meme deck that works 5% of the time, I don't think is that fun. I don't. The meme deck must work, you know, I'd say 30% of the time at a minimum, like, you know, 1 out of every 3 games. And then it's so satisfying and it works. Does anyone want to hear a story real quick? Anyone want to hear an anecdote before the break? More Hearthstone next. Please stay tuned. Anecdote short. Yeah, man? Okay, so promise me you'll all stick around because there's going to be plenty more Hearthstone after this. I'll tell a brief anecdote. I don't have the deck list with me. I'll try and... Because I have 18 decks and everything. I can't delete any of these decks because I actually like them all and I'm still really experimenting and having fun. I could delete the Reno lock. But anyway, what I did is I built a Warlock deck. So when I was playing against the Blizzard devs, I really wanted to bring what I thought was my most creative and silliest idea yet, which is tier 5. This was not a ladderable deck. The decks I showed you today are ladderable, absolutely. You'll get fairly far with them once you get really good with the matchups, but you're gonna have a difficult time getting to Legend. Like they're not amazing. But the deck that I wanted to bring to face the Blizzard devs was my favorite idea for a deck ever. So it was a Grim Patron Warlock deck. So it was built around Grim Patron, but it was Warlock. And of course, like, the Blizzard guys, they were very confused, didn't understand it at all. So how does it work? Well, you play Grim Patron, you play Spreading Madness for 8 mana, and you fill your board with Grim Patrons. It's so funny. It works super well. And you can actually see the deck list in my BlizzCon update video. Maybe I'll try and find and rebuild that deck list and edit in later. But, you know, I was playing cards like Mad Bomber, and it was just so funny. But the deck didn't, because I had to play test it, right? The deck needed a little bit of, needed a little bit of something spicy. So you know what I put in it? I put in my boy, Jesus Christ. My keyboard is messing up on me. I realized that I had a lot of self-damage, right? And then there's this guy who wears sandals. And I was like, whenever this minion takes damage, give your Cthulhu +1/+1. Oh my god, now that's a combo with Spreading Madness. And it worked. I actually got to do it in that game. And so I added the Cthulhu package in there, and it worked, like, hilariously well. Because you could use Disciple of Cthulhu to proc your Grim Patron and spawn another Grim Patron. Like, the deck was so funny. So it was a Grim Patron Spreading Madness Warlock. And I would run cards like, Demon Wrath, for example. Oh, yeah. Dude, who needs Ravaging Ghoul when you have Dread Infernal? Like, the Blizzard devs were amazed by my deck. They said it was one of the funniest decks they'd ever seen, and it was one of the most creative decks ever, and that was, like, one of the best moments of my life, I think, was just... I mean, they had so much charisma. I love talking to them, and... they're all so talented, and the fact that they loved my deck and they thought it was super creative, you know, like one of the guys pulled someone else over and was like, "Dude, you have to take a look at this guy's deck. Like, this is so weird. Like, what?" And it was working, and I won, by the way. So it was just so good. Yeah, Dread Infernal, that was pretty sick, and I also had Demon Wrath as well to proc the Grim Patrons. I had this guy, you know, whenever this minion takes damage, summon a 1/1 imp, man. It's a pretty sick deck. It's a pretty sick deck, man. So, on that note, we'll be right back after the break. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you think about the Hearthstone stuff. I appreciate the support. The better this stuff does, the more motivated I am to do AoE. And you know, honestly, if you follow like my tutorial and everything, I think you'd enjoy it too. I think you really would. And even if Hearthstone's not really your game, hopefully you enjoy the awesome atmosphere that we got going on here. We'll be right back after the break. Stay tuned, okay? Don't go anywhere. I realize this people are going anywhere right now because they don't care about my story. So, I take my break. Be right back. Stay tuned. Thank you for watching.